this is a nice change. Oh, how about this? This is great. We got a lot of shit going on. All right, welcome back to the Movie Mob Podcast. My name is Nick. I'm an independent filmmaker and producer north of Boston. And this is our brand new studio. We have, joining me in studio as always, is the wonderful and gloriously attractive
Oh, come on.
Matt Sampson. Matt, thanks for coming in.
Listen, we're all playing for seconds with you here, you know?
Yeah, and we're not just sharing this, just you and me. We have, obviously, of course, the wonderful and very friendly RJ Carreri.
My guy. There
All
he
right,
is.
I'll take it. I'll
Fade
take it.
Ratha.
It's better than nothing.
Come on, man.
Live from Gotham City
There he is.
is
you.
RJ Carreri. Thanks for joining us. And we have a little bit of an addition for shooting podcast stuff because I'm over here. I'm not in front of all the equipment.
That's right.
Our new producer, Max,
The Irishman.
the Irishman.
Happy to be here.
There it is. Thanks for helping out back
course,
there, buddy. We
of course.
appreciate you. So, today is the beginning of the long-awaited review of The Penguin. I watched The Batman, and it was long after it came out in the theaters. I watched it on HBO at home. Very dark.
That's right.
Dark enough that I couldn't really see anything.
No.
But I did see The Penguin in The Batman. And I think we've all been talking about this for quite some time. Finally, it premiered. We're a little late, but we're usually about a week behind, so that's fine anyway. I could sound off for another hour, but RJ, I'd love to hear your initial thoughts and breakdown if you'd like to give me like something.
Oh, sure. Thanks. Well, it's good to
There
be
he is.
back.
There
I
he
like
is.
the studio, Nick. Good
Thanks.
job.
Well, I figured
All right.
we deserved an update. You know what I mean?
Well done. Well done. No, I mean, yeah, I kind of wish I rewatched the Batman. It kind of caught up to me. I should have done it, but yeah. So it's a spin-off to the Batman. Would that come out? 2022. It's been a while.
Yes.
It has been a while because we
March
reviewed it.
2022.
Yeah, obviously, you had like all the strikes and stuff, which probably delayed this, but we finally got it. We've been talking about it for a while, and I don't know. I think it lived up. I mean, we've only seen one
You
episode.
think? I'm
right?
sorry. Maybe there's a bad connection between here and the West Coast. You think it lived up? Dude, I
Well,
was
mean,
creaming
like,
myself.
It's only one episode. I'm not gonna like freak out yet.
No,
you
but
know?
like they had a good first episode is all I'm saying. Like they set it up the right
I
way.
think I'm just cautious. You know, House of the Dragon, left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes,
Maybe,
because one has something to do with the other, RJ. What are you talking
It's
about?
HBO. It's
The
HBO.
HBO family.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
no, I enjoyed it. We can get deeper. Matt, what'd you think?
Well,
Please get deeper.
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I don't like I need this, man. Like to stay, like you don't understand. Like to stay alive. Like I get a picture of the Tobin Bridge on my phone, and I just every day I go But this keeps.
I got a
me-
bridge right behind me.
This keeps me going at least every Sunday, man.
Yeah.
Here's what I loved like the premiere. There's one thing though, I can see a direction they're going. I have a lot of thoughts on that I don't care for,
Really?
and I hope yes, one thing. But in general, I think what is it going to be 8-10 episodes?
I think something around
Like
there.
this
yeah.
is
It's
gonna
8.
yeah, this is gonna be. I mean, I'm very excited. It's gonna be great. Colin Farrell is amazing. But I actually talked with Cristin. Cristin,
Barrasso.
good
Big-
friend of the program.
Yes.
We agreed. He actually watched it. Believe it or not, this is the first.
Oh,
thing,
nice.
This is the first thing Cristin has watched since Better Call Saul, which was 2 years ago.
Mm.
So that's how you know
Amazing.
it's big time.
Mhm.
And he agreed with me. I don't know if what we want to get into first, but
Well, I'm thinking we should probably have some sort of like at least like a couple of sentences about the setup of the show.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have Carmine Falcone is dead, and Oswald Cobb is
What's his last name?
he starts off. He's in Carmine's place, smashing in a
Good shit.
what's it called, a vault, and he's stealing stuff, and he gets caught by Alberto, the son,
Hmm.
who doesn't last very long actually.
No.
Not a
He does
yeah.
not.
That was fucking awesome. I
Right.
was mad. Don't talk to the penguin like that. You know?
Yeah, right. No, I
Yeah,
I
like-
felt I related a lot to Mr. Cobb.
Yeah.
I
Every boss you've ever had.
literally I was like, oh, please kill this guy,
Yeah.
and then he does. I love. So can we just talk about, because RJ and I don't know if you watch. Did you watch Sugar at all or no?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so it's a limited series on
Probably
Apple
better
TV.
that way.
And
No, I think they're making another season.
oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's kind of crappy, but it stars Colin Farrell,
Okay.
and as like regular Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
You know,
He's great.
the thing that I think is besides the makeup, which I think is, you know how I am, RJ, with the practical shit.
It's good stuff.
It's fucking unbelievable. Let's be honest here. Like It's basically a full body suit that the guy's wearing. I mean, it's insane. The hair, everything is.
And we
crazy.
see him naked too at one point.
My favorite
Which I
part.
thought was. I mean, they literally had to make a full body suit. Like you can't fake that.
I know, that's crazy.
It's
With the
insane.
hair and everything.
You could do so. Like we haven't reviewed it, but this other show, Righteous Gemstones, which I think you would love if you watched
Dude,
it.
I get to talk to you after. I just finished Eastbound and Down.
Oh, watch Righteous. You'll
Dude,
love it.
fucking
Eastbound's so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kenny Powers, come on,
Fucking
dude.
hilarious, right?
Awesome, man.
So, but they use body doubles for nudity in Righteous Gemstones,
Right.
and that is 100%. And I appreciate it, but it's 100% still Colin Farrell in a fat suit. Like you can tell, like that's you know what I mean. Which I don't know if like, you being able to tell is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's neither here nor there. It's really cool. Like this show is really very good. Anyway, he bumps into some. You know, I think what's craziest about the show to me is that it's very similar. It's not dissimilar to how I started my company. You have Oswald Cobb, who like kind of sells this kid on the fact that he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take over everything.
Yeah.
And I literally went from construction and interior design and stuff like that, and was like, I'm gonna make movies. Hey, just believe me. And then I
Was
just
there a
started
dead
doing
body involved in your story?
There weren't any dead bodies involved in my story.
Okay.
But there were
Yeah.
there were definitely, you know, I understand what it's like to want the goal, whatever the goal is, and you have to have this like act as if kind of mentality as you're working in the beginning, especially if you have no money or no pull or no say or no anything.
Yeah.
And it's like so finding that one person who you can kind of relate to, who will also like help you along in that journey and like be there to support you and help you. You can definitely see that they're like he's a real person. He's definitely corrupt as fuck. I mean, he's the Penguin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's his thing.
But like there's still those real moments in there, which I think they nailed, man. I think they did a really good job of making him somewhat human, at least. You know what I mean?
See, that's like my one thing.
That you don't like that he's human?
I don't need the Penguin to be like. I don't need to, like kind of like showing you his side of the story. You know, almost making you relate or like feel bad. You know, with the mom
It's
too.
a Soprano thing. It's the same as why do we love Tony Soprano? He's a great father. He's a whatever. He's a fucking murderer, bro.
See, like
that's-
for me, like this may just be like I don't need that.
really,
I'm cool with if the Penguin's just like a scumbag, which he is, but like scumbag, murder. Like I don't need like why he's doing his mom. No, I don't give a shit. You know, I just want like if he's just a scumbag, just about making it up, whatever, running Gotham. That's cool with me.
Right.
I don't need the sensitive side. I don't of the Penguin. That's
Okay.
just me personally. I mean, everyone's
Yeah, I mean, I
different,
think you're wrong, and that's okay. RJ, how did you feel about the sensitive side of the Penguin?
I'm like, I understand where he's coming from, and
Thank you.
to a degree, I think I think from their perspective, it's like it's tough to make. I feel like they're always scared to make a show when the main character is super like bad.
Yeah, I like that.
Like
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Like even Walt and like Tony like had bad moments, but then you could kind of like relate to them in some things. So I think that's what they're trying to do.
This fucking guy is on a first name basis
No, but
with
like
Walter
no,
White
but like
over here.
Walt. No, but like
Yeah.
Walt.
Mr. White.
But thing with like Walt and Tony, like they started.
Walt and T.
No, but
right?
everyone knows them. Like they started as good guys though, and then they
Did
kind of
they?
like and then turned bad.
Okay, I
Like, the
agree
begin-
with you on Walter White. I don't think that Tony Soprano started as a good guy. I think he
Well-
was always a prick, and his dad was in the mafia, and he grew up and took over, and like
Well,
almost killed his mother and uncle in the process. I mean,
but to Matt's credit, there you do see flashbacks of when Tony was a kid and like how his father
Yeah.
influenced what he became.
you're not wrong.
Which I think though with Oz, and it's kind of like a key thing with the Penguin character is that he's very insecure.
Mm.
Like that's the whole thing, the waddle, the foot thing. Like I think that's a big part of his character. So I think they had to give him a little like humanity
That's
and
fair.
sympathy for him.
How about that?
But
how,
that's what I think he's gonna get worse. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hope
I think he's
so.
gonna reach.
I want him killing people. I want
okay,
every
within the
time-
first 5 minutes, he shot a guy 9
Yeah,
times.
let's
I mean,
go.
what are we talking
more.
about?
I mean, more.
I mean, no,
Okay.
I'm sure by the end of this season he's gonna be like pretty ruthless.
And
Which I'm very much looking forward to. And I like the fact that
Yeah.
but see, there has to be some sort of moral center, right? So whether the guy breaks the law or not, the thing that makes you relate to him is that we all have our bullshit, like our insecurities, our things about it. You finally find somebody else who has the same mentality as you. Like, I believe wholeheartedly, and I haven't read the comics either. So people who are watching this who would say like, or listening to this, who are like, hey, like this kid dies or something. Like, I don't know. I haven't watched it. I'm watching the show.
I mean, Matt Reeves is diverging pretty. He's not really adapting anything.
fuck the comics.
oh, okay. All right.
he's
So
kinda
it's not
doing
it's
his
not
own-
like trying to be true
Like
to the
he
comics.
changed, like in the comics, like his name's Oswald Cobblepot,
Yeah,
which is
that's
pretty.
the name of the character's
And
always
now
had.
it's Oz Cobb. I think it was a
But
good change.
like a
is
big
it
bald
though,
guy.
or is it like that's the short name that the guys call him? Like, oh yeah, call us Ozzy Cabo, Cabby,
No, because the mom's name is Frances Cobb.
Oh yeah. How did we feel about the
Yeah.
mother?
I like them all.
Psycho.
Yeah,
I
I mean, you
love a
wanna get to
psycho
that?
mom, dude. I love a manipulative psycho mom. It's amazing. Go ahead. What would
For
you say?
me, that was my one thing that I wasn't a huge on.
Really?
Was that
Mother.
sequence? No, because and I'll tell you why. No, I liked like the exchange and the dynamic,
Yeah.
but I did kind of feel like it was a bit too like, hey, we're doing Batman Sopranos.
I
Like when
did
he
get
pulls up to
major.
the
Yeah,
house, it
no,
looked exactly like Livia's house.
that's
Like it
yeah.
was kind of like really
That's
like I
exactly
get
what
it,
I
but
thought
like
too. Yeah.
it was a little too on the nose for me.
Fair. That's
But
a fair point. I think because you know how I
yeah.
feel about The Sopranos, so like any like sort of
Oh
reference or
yeah.
anything, I'm like, oh, I love it. You know,
But I feel
you
like
can see
they're
him
not
on that
shying
screen.
from
Right?
it like
Okay, go ahead.
they've not been shy like HBO. They're tweeting out like pictures of Tony and then pictures of Oz. Like they're definitely know what they're doing, but I
Sure.
feel like you know, just do it lightly, you know? A little tap,
Well, tap
you
it,
know?
tap tap.
Well,
Just a tip.
he's a fat, balding, somewhat stereotypical, like that New York Italian
Scumbag.
kind of character, and
Oh,
and he's a criminal, so I feel like that is obviously people are going to draw comparisons between him and Tony Soprano, like that's obvious to me.
yeah.
But I don't necessarily dislike. Listen, the reason I feel like The Sopranos is the best show ever is because it is, but it's also like very well written and very well done. I thought the show was shot beautifully. I think that it was like written very well. Not The Sopranos, this one I mean.
Yeah.
Like the Penguin. Everything, the acting across the board was very good. How was the Falcone Jr., the daughter there?
No,
How amazing was she?
can I say I think she's the best part of the show so far.
I think first of all,
Her.
she's stunningly
From
beautiful.
How I Met Your Mother.
Stunningly beautiful, and like she has those huge eyes, but she's also the character's a total lunatic.
No, you know behind it she's like a fucking psychopath.
It's so good.
No, it's
the
awesome.
razor wire under the arm, RJ. How do we feel?
No, it was great. Well, I'm excited because I was very excited for her because I'm curious. They mentioned that she got out of Arkham.
Yes.
So I'm curious to hear like what she did.
Well,
right?
there's gonna be
Would they call her
flashbacks.
the hangman or something. Yeah,
Oh.
I did see that.
That's
Yeah.
what they call it.
So that's interesting. And I mean, if she was killing people, how'd she get out of Arkham? You know, but I don't know. So
No.
I think she's a great addition to the series. I think that's great.
She's
And I kind of saw the sun going out there in the beginning.
Mhm.
Like I saw it coming, but I thought it was a great moment. And I think there's going to be some good conflict, like that dinner scene between her and Oz. I thought was great.
Yep.
What were you saying, Matt?
No, I'm just saying like I agree with you. Like she's I think she's gonna be like the best part of the show. Like they're kind of like back and forth, and she's really the only one like he's like really scared of.
Right.
Like he's like fuck. Like she's involved. Like we're fucked.
Right.
Like you know the son's kind of an idiot like everyone else. Because I feel like now with our the dad died in the movie. He sees his path to the throne. You know what I mean? It's clear I can. And then now he's like oh fuck. It's a little.
Right. I
Yeah.
think it's great. It's a great struggle for power story. So you
Everyone
have
likes that.
Yeah.
it's
You know.
so good, and it's all.
When I-
Backstabbing relationships. That's good
Right.
shit.
Go ahead, RJ. What?
I was gonna say, I think we should note too, like obviously after, like at the end of the Batman, like Gotham floods, and so like Gotham's in like pretty bad shambles, not
Mm.
just with the crime stuff, like everything's in the dumps. So like it's kind of the perfect opportunity for him to like seize it.
Yeah,
right.
that plus
But
the Carmine died.
Yeah,
And
right.
the
So
kid.
everything's
So
up for
in his
grabs.
in Oz's head, you have the leader of the gang mafia, whatever they are, is dead. The son's a loser. Like, come on now. It didn't.
Yeah.
It took one conversation, and I was like, all
Yeah.
right, we're done with this guy.
Yeah, fuck this kid.
And then you have the daughter who initially, in the beginning of the episode,
She's my favorite.
Oz thinks she's in a insane asylum.
Right.
So like, what's a
Right.
better opportunity? And he was Falcone's right hand man, no, when he was alive.
Yeah, he's the guy.
So-
Yeah, but it's interesting too. Yeah.
Do you get
But
what I
they-
mean
they
though? Like
kinda-
he's the next
No,
in
yeah.
line or whatever.
I did think the best moment in the show of that episode was when after the dinner when she codes up to his ear and says like, I know most people underestimate you, but I don't. Like I thought that was that really set it up that she's like means business
And she
kinda
knows
can
that
see
he's
through him.
actually a threat. That's the thing.
And she kind of implies that Carmine knew that he was a bit of a double agent too, because he kind of revealed when he met with Sal Maroni in jail that he used to work for him,
Right.
which is interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
No, It's very good so far. I'm very excited
Yeah.
for the future of this. I like the mom. I
Do you
know
want?
you go what go.
I was gonna say that I thought that scene when he goes to the Falcone's house and they have that meeting at the table before she shows up was great. Like, and
Yes,
when he freaks out too, and he's like, "Oh, so what? Like, if we don't do it, some lunatic's gonna." So, which I think is probably foreshadowing what we're gonna see. I think in the next Batman movie.
sure.
Oh,
Um, you know,
dude.
I think we could be getting some Harvey Dent Two Face
Oh,
maybe coming in. We'll see.
I wouldn't
We'll
complain
see.
about that. That's for sure.
Because that's what I think is going to happen here. Not to make too many predictions, but I think
Make as many as
shit's
you
going to
want.
hit the fan, and someone's going to step up. I don't think they're going to do the Joker again.
no,
I
I
think
hope
he'll have a
not.
smaller
No,
role.
no, no.
But I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see Harvey Dent by the end of this show, and I think that's going to
Good.
be the setup there. I think that'd be great.
Do you think we'll see the bat?
Played by Josh Harnett. I want Josh Harnett.
Oh, I like Josh Hartnett too.
Yeah, he's a good
Max,
guy.
to answer your
Yeah.
question, I don't know if we're gonna see the Batman in this, and I think that's. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
They're gonna
Well,
mention him.
Matt, you and I talked about that. So when they first
Yeah.
shot this in New York, I don't know. I don't know if it was like 2 years ago now, but
They didn't even
there-
need any
there were a
sets.
bunch
They
of-
just shot it in regular on the streets of New York.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. So, go
well,
ahead.
no, there were a bunch of reports. There were a bunch of reports on Twitter saying that Robert Pattinson was in New York filming. And then the report was that he'd be in the show, but not as Batman. He'd be Bruce Wayne.
I'm okay with that.
So, but now they came out and said he's not going to be in it. I think they're being a little facetious. I think we're going to see him at the end, even if it just is as Bruce Wayne.
I bet they
you
can't
know.
help themselves. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be like because everyone wants to go for like the trending moment on Twitter. Oh my, you gotta watch this episode. But I almost hope they don't do it. You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah.
Penguin show. Let it be. Maybe they allude to it. Oh, we gotta watch out for this crazy guy. I almost hope they don't do it. Because he's in the shadows. He is the shadows.
But also, I hope they don't run into the issue that like I feel like Marvel movies do
That's what I'm
sometimes when
saying.
they do
Keep
these
the fans what they want.
they do these big
Yeah.
things, and then you're like, oh well, why weren't the Avengers there? In the black, what?
You're
so
never
I
gonna
feel
hear
like
me
if
say
they
that. You're never gonna hear me
no,
say
but I'm
that.
saying
No, yeah.
no. You know what I'm
Who
saying
gives
though
a shit?
is like in a spin-off movie, in a Black Widow movie,
Yeah,
if
fuck
something's
Black Widow.
blowing up in a city, why aren't the Avengers there?
I'm busy.
To this, if something goes bad, big in Gotham, why isn't Batman?
It's a big
That's
city.
that is a fair
So
point.
they-
I agree with you.
so it can't be. They can't make anything too like big.
In the Batman
feel
opening
like.
monologue, he says it's a big city. I can't be everywhere.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
a big
yeah,
city,
yeah.
RJ. He can't be. He's dealing with this. He's a busy guy.
I'm just saying the
He's
I'm just saying
Catwoman.
Oz,
He is a busy guy.
I'm just saying Oz can't go
Fuck.
blowing up a building or anything.
No, I don't think he. Oh, just murder people.
Well, no, I don't think I don't think that he's going to, because I feel like this, at least this first season, is it a limited series or a season, RJ?
I think it's a limited. It's going to lead directly into the next movie. So I don't
Okay,
think
so it's a
there's gonna be
limited series. It's not a season 2
Yeah.
thing. The cool thing is that this is more of like a rise. What, you like the fireplace?
I was gonna say we're classy guys.
We are classic.
We're classy.
We are classic.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about this series
Classic.
is that it's more about that rise to power,
That's
right?
right.
So it's a lot of infighting within all of the criminals,
Mm.
and I love that. It's not like we're not blowing up schools or hurting the civilians. This is all infighting between Carmine Jr. chick and Penguin and everything else, and then it's going to end up being the Penguin in the end, which I think is great.
Dude, that's the best part about Batman is like, cause all the superhero shit, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm pretty tired of. But like most of the stuff in Batman, like could happen. You know what I mean? This is like kind of crime, mafioso stuff. Like it's kind of, it's
the
not
cool-
Thor flying around with his fucking hammer. You know what I mean? From planet to planet. Like,
Right,
this
and
is,
there's nothing wrong with Spider-Man. We all love a little
Oh,
Peter Parker in
everyone
our
loves-
lives, little
everyone loves
MJ
Spider-Man.
action. You know what
That's
I
right.
mean? But at the same time, I will say that the coolest part about Batman is that he's just a rich guy
He's a s-
who works out and saves the day.
You know why I like Batman? He's a very
Tell me,
relatable.
why do you like
Because he's a
Batman, Matt?
fucking psychopath, man. And
Yeah.
he's a very relatable character. You know what I mean? I can't tell. Like, you know why I like the Batman?
But see, that's why I like the Penguin. You know?
Okay, yeah, so you relate. I relate to.
Do you know what it's
Batman.
like to be the big fat kid growing up or whatever, and all this other stuff, and now you see the fat
Vengeance.
kid with the weird foot who wins the day? Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
cool, you know?
dude? I
By
I
any
think
means
that's the best-
necessary. By any
I
means
think that's
necessary.
the best part about Batman is like he's a psychopath, and so are all the people he's fighting.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of just
He just
relatable
views the
character.
world
Interesting.
through a different lens or whatever, which is very
Very
interesting.
relatable movie.
I was curious though. We had mentioned it
Something
briefly,
for everybody.
though.
Go ahead, RJ.
The shadows.
The kid aspect with
Ugh.
Victor. His name's
Ugh.
Victor. I'm curious what you guys think of him.
Yeah,
Because obviously,
Well,
like you said, Nick, they run into it and then he kind of takes him on. It happened a little quick,
I don't like.
I
him.
will say, but
It was
Like,
it-
I feel like the
yeah.
Penguin was a bit too quick to let him in on stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
But
know.
see,
Eight-
I
eight
feel like
episodes, you know?
everyone looks at the Penguin like he's the fat, ugly weirdo with the weird limp foot thing and his hips are weird or whatever. And this one kid was like, he's
Yeah.
and at the beginning of the episode when he's getting away with the stuff after he shot Alberto, and those kids are like messing around with his car. Like you have this guy who has problems, and this other kid who's like, please don't shoot me, who has he's like whatever, the stutter thing.
The
you know?
stutter, yeah.
Right.
No, that's a good point.
And so Andy listens to him. He's like, all right, you're going to drive me around or whatever. And so imagine being in a position where everyone is looking down on you for your looks, for your medical conditions, for whatever it is. I would not want to wake up tomorrow morning, look in the mirror and see Oz Cobb in the fucking, you know what I mean? Like that would not be good. So imagine, and then RJ, look at The Sopranos. Look at the way that Tony used to talk to like Bobby Bacala. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they all rip on each other. We all rip on each other
Yeah.
here. Like we always are. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like
Where's Sam?
how exactly? Where's Sam?
I
That's
love
the
Sam.
whole.
I
I
miss
love
Kim-
Sam
I-
too.
we-
But
I
part of
miss
why I
Sam.
love Sam is he's fun to make fun.
Oh,
It's fun to make fun.
Sam's a great guy.
And he takes it well,
Rural.
and most of the time, and whatever. But Sam's a great kid. But
love
like
Sam.
that's part of the banter of the
Good kid,
of the
Mad
group.
City.
Good banter. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Good kid, Matt City.
So like you gotta have that, and then some people take it too far. I guarantee you that the general consensus among all of Falcone's army of thugs is that Oz Cobb is this fucking loser. Like, what are they doing with this guy? And they
Well,
completely
Falcone
underestimate
says
him.
it to him too right before he dies in that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So then you have
Yeah.
this kid who is just like, I'll do whatever it takes. I also don't want to be looked at as a loser anymore for my stutter or whatever it is. He has other ailments, I'm sure.
Did you watch the inside the episode? Because that was
No.
like Matt Reeves did. That was kind of his explanation for it too. That Oz saw that he had the stutter and kind of related to him with some kind of disability aspect.
So I almost, this is how narcissistic these psychopaths are, okay? I almost think that Oz Cobb looks at the kid with the stutter as a loser, and it gives himself more of
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
I'm
he was
the
gonna
big
kill him.
kingpin mafia guy. I'll teach you the
Yeah.
ways of the
Yeah.
force, you fucking, like that's,
Yeah, he takes
and
him
it's
under his
really
wing.
funny because like all the kid has is a stutter. Like there's not a lot going
Yeah.
on there. You know what I mean? And he's obviously younger and easily manipulated, and he's look, maybe he's homeless or whatever he is, but he needs help.
Mhm.
And Oz Cobb absolutely exploits everything that this kid needs in order to get him to do stuff for him. You know what I mean?
My favorite scene was when he said, "A nice sunset. Why don't you take a look?" Yeah, it was a nice.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm serious. That was
And
like
I like the pickle line.
little mice and
He's
men
like, I
right
asked for
there.
extra pickles. What? What normal size is one?
Little
That was
mice
good.
and men. Go take a look at the sunset, Lenny. Yeah,
Yeah. There are lots of really good lines like that.
that's my favorite scene.
in my opinion, like Jesus Christ.
I
Think about the rabbits there, Lenny
I just
boy.
liked it.
But like there's a lot of moments like that that are realistic, that where we as the audience realize like how little Oz Cobb actually, like the power, like he doesn't really have that much power, but he's like
Yeah.
saying shit to manipulate the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can see it from the outside, and you can't see it if you're what's his name, Victor?
Yeah, I think Vic. I
Yeah.
think he'll catch on like as.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
show
I was
goes
gonna
along.
say with one other thing with Victor.
Mm.
I like to think big picture because
Oh.
we do know this is gonna lead up to the like next movie.
I think
Sure.
he's
A
gonna
lot of
die.
speculation has been that he's gonna be Victor Zsasz, who in Batman is like the serial killer.
Oh,
In the
Mm.
In the
All right.
comics, he's like this bald dude. He's in Batman Begins briefly,
Mhm.
but he becomes a psycho serial killer. And they think, same name. That's probably the only reason people are thinking that. But that could be interesting if they turn it, if Cobb turns him into a psycho too.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
like that. I like that a lot.
kind of hope he dies
That
at the
could be
end.
cool.
He might.
You know, I'm
Wow.
hoping what happens is like he dies at
And
the
when you
end.
say you're hoping that this black kid with a stutter dies,
No, no,
what
no.
did you mean by that?
No, what I'm saying is,
Can we
his-
get a zoom in on it? I'm just kidding.
no, this is because what I'm hoping is like Batman or someone like he dies or something happens to, and then that like leads into the next movie, and that's like Penguin's like
right.
that's his motive.
So I know we talked about when the Batman came out with Robert Pattinson. We all talked about like the different Penguins over the years and everything
Yeah.
else. Part of RJ, part of
He's
the
best.
part of the turnoff for me regarding superhero movies is that I always felt like they at least recently, that they're incredibly overdone. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
definitely.
They're just pumping out
Mhm.
shit all the time.
Mm.
And like I'm very happy that we're focusing on the Penguin and that this isn't
Yeah,
like
there's no artistry to them really.
right, but even
like
with
that
like
part.
so then you have like Heath Ledger.
Thanks.
You have Heath Ledger explode as the Joker, right?
Best.
Everybody
Mhm.
loves Heath Ledger as the Joker, but the Hollywood as a group saw that all the money they made off Heath Ledger's performance, and then it was like, you got to admit, it was like Joker for the next like 20 years.
And then Iron. Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what Dark Knight and Iron Man came out in the same year, right?
I believe
Oh, wait,
so.
right?
08?
2012.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
wait.
08.
It was
Yeah,
08.
that
08,
that's
Dark
that's
Knight.
kind of
And that
the
was
that
it.
was the
Oh,
pin
yeah.
that was the pinnacle where it blew up.
That was
from
literally it.
there.
And since then, it's been
Yeah.
superhero down your fucking throat.
Yeah.
Well, which is why I've been so turned on. And I got to tell you, I got to just say,
Yeah.
RJ's going to love this. RJ, I hope you're going to stay seated for this one.
Okay.
I'm back onto superhero stuff now because of this show. Like it's gotten
No,
me
that- yeah.
back into
Yeah.
all of that stuff where it doesn't feel canned. It doesn't feel like just another copy
man.
of something else again. Like I'm in it. Like I'm in it. I love it.
I love that, dude. And I think it's because of two things. I think it's because of HBO and Matt Reeves. It really feels like its own thing
Oh yeah.
among like the wider scope of like the superhero and even DC. Like Matt Reeves and this Batman universe really feels like its own little like thing,
Well-
which I think is the best.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah.
And I think they're in a really good position now because they have Matt Reeves like killing it with the Batman, and James Gunn next year is going to start with
Yeah.
DC. And I feel like with
on the
Marvel's probably the lowest it's ever been.
Mhm.
They can slide in there if they hit.
No, the time for
think
DC
it'll be
has
good.
come. The
Yeah.
time of the Avengers is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly we're going
Thank
into an age of like
Yeah.
not really caring as much, hear me out, of the superheroes and really kind of digging deep into the villains. You know what I mean?
Marvel died with Iron Man. You know what? Once
Yeah.
Endgame, that
Yeah.
Marvel's done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like the villains and like fucking DC now and like everything.
I love a good origin story and I love a good like rise to power story, underdog story.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it just makes Batman like what are you doing? Like you're just running around a city in a cape, like
Well, he's a
stopping people like who are
vigilante.
stealing old ladies' purses. I get that. But you
Vigilante.
can't have something that like you can't have a hero that's so grandiose without a villain to fight that's at an equal or
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense. Otherwise you just have cops and robbers.
Yeah. Wouldn't
You
Well,
know
I
what I'm
also
saying?
like that
be very entertaining.
Matt Reeves has said that like his goal with this, he said it's going to be a trilogy, and he said his goal is that it's going to be the first like Batman movie to actually focus on Batman. Because if you watch like after Batman Begins, like those movies become more about the villain than they actually do. Like The Dark Knight is a Joker movie. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
saying? So like,
100%.
yeah. So I'm excited for that, and I love that he's calling it the Batman crime saga. Like on
Great,
the on the HBO thing, it says the next part of it. That's
Detective
great.
Batman. I think this
That's
is
great.
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah.
like Matt Reeves is the best version of the Batman, like in the costume, in the suit. Bruce. I think Bale's Bruce Wayne was better, but I think this Batman in the suit is the best we've ever got. Like he said, like it's really focusing on Batman in
Yeah.
the suit, Detective Batman. Which I think is the best version of it.
I feel like
Honestly, I would.
Go ahead, Max.
I,
What's up?
I feel like Batman would be like depressed as fuck.
You think so?
he
Yeah,
is.
100%.
Well, yeah, but like he's depressed because he has all of the money in the world and can't really share it or share himself with anybody else.
Well, he's also dealing with degenerates all day.
It is kind of a shit city. Like, why is he as a billionaire not like fixing stuff?
The
You know what I
the
mean?
city needs him.
Yeah.
Because that's his
Yeah,
truest.
yeah.
His truest self is in the suit. Bruce Wayne is just an appearance. That's just
That's a
what he puts
vessel.
No, but
on.
I-
That's a vessel.
But I-
his
What
truest
I
self
do
is the
think
suit.
that's interesting is like he's uncovering the corruption, and he's even seeing that
Mm.
his family has been part of it.
Mhm.
And and if they do the Court of Owls or something in the next one, like they're gonna get deep.
The city
Gonna get
needs him.
deep.
How deep we get, Najee?
Yeah. I was gonna say though, I wonder if you guys agree with this.
Tell me.
The Dark Knight is the best Batman. It's the best movie with Batman in it, but the Batman is the best Batman movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say
That's
the,
what I-
say the first part.
I agree with that.
The Dark Knight is the best movie with Batman in it,
Okay.
but the Batman is the best Batman movie.
Yeah, I would agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that.
You know,
I would agree.
I
with
feel
that.
like that captures him the best out of any of them.
Okay, can we
you know?
talk about something off subject for like 3.5 seconds?
Sure.
I want your opinions on who's
on
a
everything.
better Batman, Robert Pattinson or Christian Bale.
In the suit or Bruce Wayne? I think there's a difference.
I agree, but I feel like they correlate well.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you
Well-
you can't have a Christian Bale out of the suit. Hold on, think about the character.
I know.
It wouldn't make sense. You can't have a Christian Bale out of the suit and a Robert Pattinson in the suit. That
Ba-
doesn't jive. to
Bale
me.
is so
Once- but
smooth
they-
as Bruce Wayne. He's
but
so
he,
smooth.
but I feel like he was almost too smooth. RJ, how do you feel?
He's a
Well,
smooth
I
guy.
think that's I think it's a little too early because I think we're gonna see Pattinson become that smooth guy. I think he's gonna have to play up to it.
I want
You know
He
what I'm
is.
saying?
He's
Like-
also younger than Bale was when he did in 08, right?
No, honestly, Bale was 30 in the first movie.
Are you
I
kidding
bet
me?
Pattinson's older
Yeah.
than we think.
Wow, Bale looks older.
I think Pattinson might be older than he was.
Well, like what was Twilight? That was
No, but I agree with you, Matt. I think
Thank you.
they're two separate characters,
I
really.
like this guy. Yeah,
You
no,
know,
they,
He's
they are.
38.
really-
Pattinson's 38.
So
Yeah.
I agree. I think Pattinson clears Bale in the suit by
Agreed.
far. I actually don't even think it's close.
I agree.
And
Yeah,
Bale
I would
is
agree.
better up right to this point because we've seen more of Bale as Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Bale as
Dude-
Bruce Wayne.
Dude,
but
that fucking first scene of the Batman when all the cops are in the room investigating the murder and Pattinson walks in.
But does he walk in?
Yeah.
He
With
walks
that
in like an
suit?
autistic, like.
No, but he walks in with his fucking
Maybe he
12-inch
is.
cock out, and he's like, "This is
Yeah.
Can
like
we watch the same movie?
this is my movie."
Can
You
we
know
get?
what I
Can we
mean?
pull up that cut, please, if you don't mind?
It's like it's just like immediate. It's like, oh shit.
Imagine if the
You know what I
Batman
mean?
was just a flasher. Imagine if he just walks around wrapped up in the cape and then he's just like, "Hey, look at this. What do you think?" You know, that'd be
Oh.
horrible. If he was able to stop crime,
That's
though, I mean,
great.
go for it. Whatever it is.
I think you have to look at how Gotham is doing to be able to see, like, to compare which Batman's better. Because
You mean the actual acts that Batman carries out? I mean, who played a better Batman? Like you're talking about Gotham as like a con, like
they're all
like,
very different too. I will give them credit. Every Batman's been different. Like
Yeah.
Michael
Oh,
Keaton's
yeah.
kind of is way different than everyone else.
Oh yeah,
different time.
Adam
Yeah.
West, way different than everybody else.
Right.
Val
Yeah, yeah.
Kilmer. Yeah.
And I love, despite the
Affleck.
films he was in, Ben Affleck, I
He was
thought
good.
was fantastic.
He was the
He
best.
has the best look.
Oh, he was dude.
The
He was.
chin.
Listen, say what you want. Me, RJ, and Christian saw Batman v Superman in theaters.
Mhm.
I wasn't really invested in the time. I left that theater. I said that was all right. You know, I didn't.
That
mind.
wasn't bad.
We got Wendy's. It was a pretty good night. I
Yeah.
remember it
You know
well.
who got shafted though? Who I think, if out of anyone who
Henry?
had the most potential to be the best Batman, George Clooney. I think he was
Oh,
just in the
Clooney.
wrong movie. Because who's more the
He's
Batman than
smooth.
him?
He's Bruce Wayne, man. Even in like all the,
Yeah.
he's so smooth in all the Ocean's movies.
Mm.
Clooney's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw this quote that
Danny
Jennifer,
Ocean.
like someone said that like Jennifer Lopez said that like Ben Affleck has demons inside him that he can't like
See, that's why I
get
like.
rid of.
Okay,
That's why-
so
that's
hold
why I
on,
like-
because they
The
just
quote
brought
was
up a
like, he
whole
really
new
is
topic for
Batman.
me.
That's why I like.
Okay, so I saw on
Yeah.
Instagram that Colin Farrell, RJ, I'm sorry, and
What?
I would love to have like John Potvin come in for something like this too to talk about acting and getting into character and everything else. But Colin Farrell said recently that he's been watching like a lot of Pixar films to like
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
escape the darkness.
Please.
Please blow me,
Please,
like
blow,
what?
blow me with that.
Blow me with that.
No,
What are
I'm
we
gonna- I'm
doing?
gonna-
Fuck that,
What are we
dude.
doing?
Get away
It's
from the
fake,
darkness.
bro.
It's a fucking
I'm
TV
gonna
show.
play
You just
devil's
blow me.
advocate though.
Here we go with the devil's
feel like-
advocation.
Like if I'm like sitting down and like writing something for
Yeah.
a few hours and it's kind of dark, when I get out of it, like you are kind of in that headspace.
Whatever.
And like if you're working a 12-hour day playing that guy, I don't think it's crazy. Like he just wants a break. He wants something.
Take a, and
lighter.
you know what? Take a walk.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I don't
Go
know.
walk
okay,
around
go
the
walk,
set.
Go to the
Wait,
gym.
but
Get
I-
a coffee.
I don't think this is as
Yeah.
bad as like when Tom Holland said he needed to go to like therapy.
Yeah, that's stupid. I get a problem
Like,
with all these actors.
I think
I don't
think
disagree,
this
and
is
there's nothing wrong
normal.
with Pixar films, by the way. Like that's great. Like watch your Pixar movies, but like
I
it
think
was
all
the
he's
it was
saying
the
is
end of it. RJ, it was the end of it. To escape the darkness thing. You go home every day and
Yeah.
watch children's movies. What are we doing? What are we doing? Give me a break.
I
here.
like the actors.
I'm
like
just saying
Harrison-
he's not.
No, go ahead. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
say it.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
just
RJ.
saying, would you want to watch Seven after a 12-hour
I like
shooting
Se-
day on the Batman?
I like.
You know, like
No, okay, that makes sense. You wouldn't, but you know what? Maybe someone like us, we would. After Cadillac. Do you think like
In the
John?
shadows.
And this is why, because I think about with like John Poppet. You were on set.
I was there. I'm in the movie.
You are in the movie for Cadillac. You are.
Yeah.
We're on set. The guy has to get shot. Not to give anything away, but I'll just say the guy has to get shot. Go watch it. It's on RJ's YouTube channel, Essex Street Entertainment, and head over there and subscribe to their Hungover History podcast as well. RJ does that with Mike McShane.
Yeah, McShane's back from Ireland. We're coming
Oh,
back.
I actually can't wait. You sent me a selfie. He was drinking. I can't wait to talk to McShane.
Yeah, no, it's very good. If you don't know anything about history and you want to dive deep into some really interesting historical events, head over there and subscribe.
Great guy.
In the meantime, though, we're talking about this, and just with the amount of setups and like how quickly, like I've said this to you before, RJ, in between action and cut is like a minute, 2 minutes. And then you're out of it and you're resetting up lights and you're doing all these different things and you're setting up for a different angle. You don't really have the in my opinion, the genius of acting is being able to like drop right into it when someone says action or whatever, like right before. And then when they call cut, you go back to being a fucking regular person.
Yeah, but
you
I
know?
don't think he was saying that like he's staying in character but he's doing like a Jared Leto.
What do you think he was saying to escape the darkness then, you dick face? Go,
I
what?
think he was just saying like I wanted just a different tone. Like at the end of the day, I wanted to like chill out to something.
You should have watched
I
Watch
think
Happy
you're blowing
Gilmore.
it up. I think you're blowing it up.
Yeah.
I defend you, Colin Farrell.
Listen,
Watch
Colin, in the
Cars as
future,
many
I'd love to
times as
work
you
with you.
want. All right.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That makes sense. Go ahead. What, Matt?
Well, I just say watch Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
but
stuff.
like, why does it have to be like? I just feel like it was a dramatic thing to say. That's all. To escape the darkness.
Can I
go to,
ask
like,
you this?
Yeah, ask me whatever you want.
Was this a clip or did you read the quote?
No, I read the quote.
So I'm curious, like maybe he said it like kind of jokingly, you know? I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
said it in
'Cause he's-
character. He was still in costume. He
he's
goes, "Yeah, let's
Irish.
fix that." Hey.
Yeah.
You know?
Would've been funny.
That'd
So
be
I don't
funny.
know. I don't
No,
know.
listen. I think the show is great, though. I
Great
can't wait
show.
to see what happens with it. Such a nice change of pace from that horrendous House of the Dragon season 2.
Yeah, man.
It was nice,
That's a
right?
strong word. Horrendous.
It was horrendous.
I just
It was
really,
horrendous.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm working. You know, I'm waking up early. I just need something to look forward to.
Okay, so my
Just
question to
once
you.
a week, man.
So ready? So once a
Fuck.
week, you got nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
The Tobin looks great. You know what I mean? Great view from the Tobin.
Every day. Passed it last week. I was like, oh,
Stop it! Stop. We're gonna get in trouble. But like a great view from the Tobin.
Yeah.
But then you get home and
right.
and you see a little sparkle on the app.
just when it
there.
says, just when you go and it says new.
And it says something new. Go to series is what it says. Go to series. I'd love to go to the series. You go right to the series. Now here's the thing.
Get the Kleenex ready.
What looks better, the view from the Tobin or season 2 of House of the Dragon? It's a nice view. It's a nice view.
Ugh.
What looks better?
I'll take the Zakem.
Does it? Okay, whatever. I'll meet
Underrated,
you in
yeah.
New York. I'll be off the Verrazano. All right, like
Underrated
I don't care.
bridge.
We can name bridges all day long. The George Washington. I don't care. Let's go to London and those bridges. There'll be some
Underrated.
falling down there.
Yeah.
My point is
London
that
Bridge.
the Zakem. Get the fuck out.
I like the
name is
Zakem. You know,
It's a nice bridge.
Lights up at night.
It does indeed. What I'm saying though is that like the House of the Dragon versus this, you know, coming off of that, you go and apparently 5.3 million people watched it, the premiere of the
That's pretty
Penguin.
good.
Hey, now.
That's nice. It's not bad. I put that on my story.
And
the
when
other day.
did you see not to go too off topic, you see the trailer for Dune Prophecy they played
Yes.
before it?
Yes.
Come on.
I know you're not a Dune
Get-
guy.
Not a Dune.
I'm
guy.
not gonna
Get
lie.
on it.
Listen, I'm pretty fucking excited. Listen, I'm a big Dune guy. I
Oh,
You're
like
a big Dune guy.
Oh, I don't really know what's happening.
After the first movie.
No, but I don't really know what's going on. But I like
it's a
I'm-
vibe.
It's a vibe. It's about the
Oh,
spice.
here we go.
No. Dude,
It's a vibe.
no. Listen, man.
Here we
Trust me,
go.
when you're in
Come
the-
on.
No, but
Next thing you're gonna be
well-
saying we're preaching
when-
joy.
Listen, when you're on Arrakis and the
You've been living in LA too long there,
I-
buddy boy. Let me tell you.
the
What's up?
spice is flowing, Hans is going. You just have to be there, man.
Yeah,
it's
great
a,
quote.
It's a good time, man.
You
Listen,
know,
Did
the
you call it
spices-
Slice
Arrakis?
it's great, bro.
yeah,
It's a good time.
yeah. It's a great group.
To
yeah.
bridge that gap though.
Please.
Mark Strong, good actor. He's in Dune Prophecy.
Mm.
He's also in The Penguin. Did you catch that? So like I love him. He's a great actor, but I'm a little bummed because he's replaced John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. They had that newspaper clip and it was Mark Strong with the mustache. Because
Oh,
I
it's
guess John
flashbacks.
Turturro he had a scheduling conflict and he couldn't come back.
They always do.
And I think they're gonna do like some flashbacks probably with him,
Yeah,
which
Probably.
bums me out because
Yeah.
Turturro was so great in that. But
He's awesome. That would have been nice.
What do you
I
do?
didn't mind. Who did Vin D'Onofrio play in
Who?
I think it was Gotham. Vincent D'Onofrio. He played
Oh
Carmine
no,
Falcone.
he played Kingpin
Kingpin. That's who it was. He's very
in
good.
Daredevil. Yeah.
Daredevil. Yeah,
Big guy.
I like Vincent D'Onofrio. He's a great actor. Good in
The big
Full
hoss.
Metal Jacket. Great movie.
Oh yeah.
Great movie.
Charlie Sheen.
The other thing I was gonna I don't know if you
Apocalypse Now. I'm pretty sure. No. What's the Charlie Sheen? Platoon.
one?
Platoon is Charlie
Oh,
Sheen.
fuck.
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad.
Yeah, we were talking about Full Metal Jacket because
well,
Vincent
you
D'Onofrio is in
got
there.
get the other Sheen and that Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen was in
Oh,
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
His son was in Platoon.
I've heard awful things about Megalopolis.
Oh, have you?
Terrible. Yeah, terrible.
Terrible because nobody gets it, or terrible because it's just a bad movie?
Just sounds bad. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Gladiator 2.
No, I was gonna say back to the Sopranos comparisons. Did you watch? How many times did you watch the episode? I only watched it once, so I might be tripping.
Just one.
But there's a shot when he's driving in the Maserati, and it goes to a windshield, like looking through the windshield, street signs, and it looks exactly like they did something with the grading to make it look like the Sopranos intro.
Okay.
Go back and like flip through the I thought I don't know.
sure-
I
I'm
could
sure
be
they did.
seeing things.
Like I'm sure they did.
I think it was a little nod. I think it was a little nod.
I think there's a lot of nodding. They're sitting there going
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of nodding going on here because
Yeah.
it's a mafia guy story. So like, what's the most popular mafia TV series ever
HBO.
created? HBO also.
You know what I mean?
You know, you're gonna have
Yeah.
nods to The Sopranos, and I think that it's great because it people who watch The Sopranos back in the day, then there was a huge reprise of The Sopranos in 2020 during COVID. Everybody went back and watched that as well.
That's what I do.
And so you had that younger generation with the older generation, and now everybody can kind of come together and watch The Penguin, and then it opens up a whole bunch of people to superhero stuff. I don't know. I think it's great. I think we need it right now. I'm really impressed so far, and I hope that it continues to impress me. I doubt it, but maybe.
It's a good fall show.
It is
It's a
good
great fall
It is
show.
a good fall. I'm happy this thing come out in the summer. This is not a summer show.
Well, Batman's a great Halloween movie.
Gotham. This
Okay,
is
so I was saying,
there's
question of my day
Oh,
here.
yeah. Can
really
we start
quick.
doing the question of the day
We
again?
can. We can do
I
that.
look forward to the
Yeah.
question of the
I don't
day.
mind it at all.
We're so back. We're so back.
How many kids do you think go out as Oscop at Halloween this year
As the Penguin?
as a Penguin?
I'd say I don't know.
I don't
Is he
either.
attractive?
Now listen, here's the
Is he
thing,
att-
right? Here's the thing. So this is what made me think of it. When Danny DeVito played the Penguin, that's a costume. If you're
Yeah.
gonna put something together, that's a
Yeah.
costume.
I
Because
don't
he didn't
think-
look
I don't
human,
think many.
Yeah, I don't
right?
think many.
Let me tell you, if I was an 8-year-old fat kid again, I'd be out there
You'd be Oscar.
limping and skipping around with my,
There
jug,
you go.
jack-o'-lantern jug thing.
Be
I had a
shaming people.
pillowcase kid. I filled that shit up every year. I was
like it.
I was
like it.
I was no stranger to the candy. All right.
Well, listen. It's Halloween.
Well, what do we think? Look,
You know?
Ed,
No one's going to give you a
yeah,
hard time.
go ahead.
what do we
RJ.
think? Looking ahead to this, to the rest of the series, because I do like how this ended here when he has Victor drive the car into the Falcone house with the body in the back.
How
But
good
then
was
he-
that dude? She's
but I
going, "Tell
loved
me
his-
he's alive," and the thing has got a
Yeah.
big brick on the gas.
It was
pedal.
very Godfather. It was like,
Yeah.
it was putting the horse head in the bed.
Yeah,
like,
the
type
fish
thing.
wrapped in the newspaper with the bulletproof vest,
Yeah.
Luca Brasi. Like it was
Yeah.
very. Here's a message for you. I
It's
thought
good
it was
shit.
great.
Well, I also love like Oz's like thinking behind it and how he was like this is good for Maroney if they think it's him because now he's back on the map.
Yeah,
Like
you
he
put 'em
kind of
against
did it
each other.
both. It helped both ways. So now he's creating this war and he's just in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Right, and when
It's
they
cool.
all are done killing each other, he can
Yeah.
go right to the top.
Slither up.
Yeah,
And
I
he
liked
gave
it
him
a
the
lot.
ring too. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good shit. This is a cool show.
No, it's
It's-
good.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
hey,
excited.
Clancy Brown, the voice of Mr.
Yeah,
Krabs,
Mr. Krabs.
playing
Yep.
Sal Maroney.
Gen V.
We love it.
Mandalorian. He's in a bunch of shit.
yeah,
Yeah, yep. He's
very
great,
very
great
good
voice
character
actor.
actors. I'm very impressed with Colin Farrell so far. I
Yeah,
think
he's a star.
he was good in the film, but
Oh,
like
awesome.
it's such a short little like blip
a
in
side
comparison
character.
to the whole film. You know?
I'm just the only thing I want. I just have one. I just want the iceberg lounge like when shit's popping. Yeah, I need
It doesn't
one.
look good.
I need one iceberg lounge scene when shit's popping. That's probably my favorite scene in the Batman. They walk. I need the
Yeah.
Playboy card go. I need the whole thing.
They might have to do some renovations there. It looks like
Nah, they'll get it going.
before they reopen.
Dude, I'm
I
gonna
will
rewatch
s-
the Batman this week. Fuck, I'm gonna.
No,
I don't know.
need to
I
too,
think
yeah.
honestly, I might
should've.
rewatch the Batman and then go and watch the first episode of Penguin
Oh.
again, like just one right after the other,
actually
like just
excited.
to kind of like really get into it.
Well,
I might even wait till the second episode comes out and then just watch all three, one right
Finally
after the
excited
other.
about something.
I
It feels good
what
to
I-
smile. I don't talk to anyone throughout the day, man. I literally pretend I'm fucking Batman. I wake up, everything sucks, but I just tell myself I'm Batman. You know, so I got to do it.
Whatever you got to do.
Seriously, man,
Whatever gets you
fuck.
out of bed in the morning, man.
God
You
damn
know?
it. All right.
Jesus Christ.
What I was gonna say, what I think is dope though,
Tough
is I
times.
think at the end of the Batman
Mm.
is there the last shot we see of the Penguin is him looking out that window in Carmine's thing, which is what we see in the opening scene. So like that, I'm assuming that's the same moment. And then Matt Reeves said this is gonna lead directly in the next movie. So like this is probably gonna be something you could watch all at once, which I think is sick. Like he said that the Batman 2 is going to take place probably in the winter. So we
Nice.
might get like a Christmas vibe.
Oh, that's good shit.
Mr. Freeze, maybe.
Ooh,
Sam loves
little
Mr.
Arnold.
Freeze.
We getting Arnold coming
Yeah.
back?
Frozen Gotham. It just
Sam-
flooded.
Sam loves Mr. Freeze. Sam, big Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze guy.
Yeah,
I think you
Mr.
could
Freeze
do
is great.
Mr. Freeze.
My favorite
I think
still.
you could do it.
Yeah, you could.
My favorite supervillain or whatever from the Batman series to this day is still Poison Ivy. I think she's amazing.
Oh, she's hot as hell.
She's
Emma,
amazing.
Emma Stone,
Yeah.
you know.
I
just-
love
What a
her
gr-
too. I
Emma
don't think,
Stone as Poison Ivy would be a sick.
That's like a
casting
dream
call.
casting, yeah.
Sick casting.
I'm
call.
trying to think of like, because Matt Reeves obviously wants to keep it pretty grounded.
Sure.
So I'm trying to think of what villains he can really do. I feel like Poison Ivy's a tough one to do.
Well, because of the
I feel
special
like-
powers. Same with
Yeah,
Mr. Freeze.
I feel like
Two Face, you can
Sca-
do.
Mr. Freeze, you might have to dive a little sci-fi with it, but I think you might be able to do it.
Just like maybe how he murders
Some
people,
way.
some weird shit.
Yeah, I feel like Scarecrow he could do.
I think you
I
could
know
do
we've
Poison
seen.
Ivy. She's just like, you just tone it down from the fucking, the movie she was
Yeah,
in. She just like
she
poisons
can't have
people.
plants growing
Yeah,
out of
she
her.
just
yeah.
she's like a botanist and she just poisons people. You know, how's that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good serial killer.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
think
that's
you could
yeah.
change all of them.
Yeah.
sure. And all
Yeah.
right, relax. Good. Great. Good for you, kid. Sit down there. Listen, no, I think it's really good. You could really dive into the different like chemicals and extractions
you
from
go.
plants and all that other shit.
She's
That
a
would be great.
chemist, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she's supposed to be, as a botanist slash
Yeah,
she's,
I like that.
botanists. They just water shit all day
Emma
long,
Stone,
watch it grow. But she was in there with the Uma Thurman when
Oh,
she
yeah.
played the.
Great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But she was in there with
I-
the
I feel
chemicals
like-
and all that crap. You know.
I feel like James Gunn's Batman is definitely going to take the more like fantastical route.
Sure.
Like it's going to be a bit, So
But that's,
I like
that's
that we
very
have-
in line with what
And
James
hey,
Gunn does. No,
That's
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, I'm cool.
No,
with
I
that.
like that we'll have both though at the same time.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, I
cool.
agree.
I like
agree.
that. I like that.
I like that.
But
What else you got?
oh,
out there?
also
Usually.
unrelated.
Okay, moving
I'm
on.
excited for that Green Lantern show.
All right.
They just
well,
announced that
yeah.
Coach from Friday Night Lights is playing Hal Jordan.
All right. Well, you listen.
Well,
you let
it's-
us know
this
how
is
it
big.
is.
They said-
You know?
It's got. Hey, we'll be watching. It's going to be an HBO
All
prime
right.
time.
Yeah,
It's going to
okay.
be like True
Yeah.
Detective vibe. They
I'm
said.
sure it's- sure it'll
Okay,
be
that's not
great.
bad.
Yeah.
Green Lantern's always one of those ones that was a little
Can I
like,
say- I
what are you
don't-
doing here, guy?
He's
What are we
kind-
doing?
I don't want to say the word, but he's a little,
What? My
uh,
team?
Yeah, it's a green.
Yeah, I get
don't
that.
know, can
I
we-
get that
can-
vibe.
can we-
I
can
always
we,
got
like,
that from
mute this
Dead.
out?
To be honest with you, oh yeah.
I will say the next episode it comes out Sunday.
Yeah.
So I think they just put this one out on a Thursday because the Emmys were on that last Sunday.
Mm.
Random.
But it's called Inside Man. So I wonder if
Good movie.
Denzel Washington's going to show up
Good movie,
from that movie.
underrated
gonna be a
film.
crossover?
It's a good movie.
Could be interesting. Could be
I like
very
that
interesting.
movie, yeah.
I like Fences. Fences was better for them. So tell me about the Green Lantern now. What's gonna happen?
Hal Jordan.
What's gonna happen in the Green Lantern thing now, RJ? That we gotta watch too, on top of everything else, with his little
I don't
rings.
know. They said
his
James,
little rings that
Gunn
he's
said,
wearing.
James Gunn. He said it's going to be like True Detective. So I like True
Yeah.
Detective. So I like that.
All right.
We'll
All
see.
right.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. In the
Let's-
meantime,
Yeah.
watch the Penguin.
Yep.
Are we?
Ne-
Is that?
next
Are,
week.
are we done? Are we doing more? What are we doing?
I
Hey, what
must
do we
say-
have for time?
We
there,
covered.
Maxi Pad?
56.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
it's
not
a good
bad.
time. It's a good amount of time. So
It's
56
pretty good.
is enough.
I mean, I feel like we covered most of it. Did we miss anything? I'm
No,
trying to see.
we covered everything.
Yeah, because I liked it. Was a slow little intro though. They didn't give us too much in the first episode. I think.
But
it's
they,
good.
but at the same time,
Just
RJ,
enough-
they
they s-
set it
yeah.
up nice.
yeah, you
and
can
enough
see where
happened.
it's going.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
set
don't
it
want
up,
everything
yeah.
all at
Yeah.
once. You know, give
Yeah.
me the
You
story.
tease, you know what I mean? You don't just
Yeah,
not
you
just
don't
gonna,
just
you
yeah,
just go in and pump.
right.
Man, you build up, you know what I mean?
Right,
You
yeah.
caress, you do
You
this,
go
you that.
in, maybe you buy a dinner.
Yeah.
You know, if it's really worth it. Maybe you do a movie
If she's a classy broad.
if she's classy.
Or she's a bad bitch. You just
Right.
you know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, something.
House of the Dragon. I was hoping for a pump.
Yeah, no, that one.
Yeah.
That was just a whole tease.
House of the Dragon was like, don't touch.
Yeah,
You haven't paid enough to touch.
You brought her out to dinner, wine, and you brought her back. Oh, hey
That was
now.
the thing. You find out,
You
she's
let
like, no,
on.
I just wanted to dance. What are you talking about?
Then you get that you're like, I put in 4 or 5 hours and this is bullshit.
It's
I'm pissed.
it's-
I should have stayed home
Jeez.
and just done something
it's the
else.
kind where they don't actually disrupt.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
get down to
man.
the underwear. That's what it is.
It's
That's what House of the Dragon
number one
was.
bullshit.
Yep. Yeah. A1.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. A1.
A1 steak sauce.
There you go.
A1 from
Worcestershire.
Stay
You know.
Hey.
We're fucking idiots. We're a bunch of morons.
It's fun though. Together. We're
So
idiots.
you like this though?
I love this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is like,
there was a moment where you
too
were
good
like,
for me.
come on.
I'm like, this was like too good for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know, but I'm saying before when I was like, oh, you got to drive to this
Yeah.
location, you were like,
Well, you know me. Like I get out of my routine, but this is fucking unbelievable. This is definitely worth it. I mean, this is.
Oh, the place.
oh, I cannot
Yeah.
wait.
I was
RJ.
brought up by like
next
someone.
time
I
you're
mean,
in
this is-
town.
No, dude, it's
We're
unreal.
shooting here. Are you coming home for Christmas this year or no?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm working on that now, trying to figure it out.
What about Thanksgiving? I don't know.
Thanksgiving, no.
Oh, what? All
My
right.
parents
man.
are coming here.
I'll bring in Christian, dude. Christian will.
Bring Barrasso
It
here.
just
so
has
we
to
can,
be a weekend. He can only do
so
weekends.
we can technically have 3 of us here
Okay.
with Max running the show, and then we can still have RJ as well. So like whatever,
Sam.
if you want to bring Sam or Christian or whatever,
Yeah.
let me know, and then we can.
Well,
Dude, Jake-
especially if Christian's watching too.
No, Christian
That'd
is
be dope.
watching, and I'm sure he'd have a lot of
It's
thoughts.
where
tough
the
with
fu-
Christian
where
though
is he
'cause of
then?
his
Why
work
isn't Barrasso
schedule.
Well,
here?
he can only do weekends. That's the thing with him.
You know, in Taiwan, you can get a meal. And
Dude,
Oh, there
Still a
it is.
throwback. Still a throwback, kid.
We
You
should
know,
post
Time
that.
machine.
Taiwan's good.
almost got canceled. Like second episode.
You did. I
It was
know.
good though. I got the
Well,
wrong
this
country
is the
too.
beauty. This is the beauty of having no followers. This is the,
This is-
beau-
yeah, say
this is
whatever
the
you want.
beauty of having 30 views. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
got the- I
I
got-
might not
oh.
cut anything out of this episode now
Oh,
that I
no,
think about it.
that's fine with me.
Just kidding.
These things happen. You know?
No, it's sick. I'm very happy. I'm happy that we're
Oh,
here. I'm happy we're doing a lot of good stuff. RJ, I'm glad that this is all working out, and it's sick. Movie Mob Fridays, 6 p.m. Hungover History is every 2 weeks, right, RJ? Every other week.
Yeah, it's bad. We missed out the past 2.
But that's because Mike was in.
We're
Ireland.
trying. Yeah, Mike was in Ireland, and we're doing an episode on the IRA. So it's
you go.
good. He's doing some research.
That's
nice.
good. That's
On
what we
the-
like to see.
on
So
the
go over
ground.
there, subscribe.
Yeah.
But not before you like and subscribe here. And yeah, if we get 50,000 likes
Oh,
on this video, then
quit my
Matt will do
job.
the next episode naked. So you got
That's
a couple
fine
of
with me.
days to
I'll
do it.
Quit my job. It's,
If we got kids.
oh, dude, if we make it.
Imagine if we blew up.
Dude, you don't know
imagine,
how
dude.
fast I would quit my job.
I cannot wait to be
Oh.
writing you checks, kid. Both of you.
Oh, dude, I would quit so
Let's
quickly.
do it.
It's gonna be great. But
Yeah,
no,
I think we should start doing movie
I
reviews.
hate work.
well, pick a movie. I'm telling you, we should review Am I Racist? It's a
No, I-
comedy.
I-
It's
Nick,
a
I-
Sasha
Nick, I
Baron
think you-
Cohen style comedy.
No, I really Gladiator 2. I think we should.
Oh,
Nick, I think you
Gladiator
need to
2, we gotta
hop
I
in
really
the
wanna see it.
car. Yeah, go to the movies.
Okay.
You know?
Gladiator 2.
I don't think there's been a movie that you've told me you wanted to review that I haven't gone to go see.
No, but I feel like. in
Am
the
I Racist
past-
is in theaters, kid. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
No,
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Right.
I'm talking about a movie.
Yeah.
There we
That
go.
is a movie,
There it
dude.
is.
Yeah, but it's a documentary, is it? Like,
It's a docu.
All right, cock
Yeah,
balls.
docu. You know?
Thank
yeah,
you.
no, it's good stuff. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, so that's great. Am I Racist premieres? I'm just kidding. Yeah, watch The Penguin and like and subscribe the whole 9. Did I miss anything? Is there anything I need to say or anything we need to do before I'm out?
No,
Nah,
I don't think
end
so.
the shit.
RJ, you want to take it away?
How you doing?
There it
There he
is.
is.
Great.